Today, we're going to talk to people who have direct reports in their current job. When you are the boss, and we're going to talk about if you're a good boss or a bad boss. And guess what? I've been both. I've grown a lot, I've learned a lot, and I hope to continue to do both of those things. But I do want to share specifically about giving feedback to employees. So let's go for it. Be the Reason is all about human connections. Because no matter how much we think we know how we are being heard, there is one thing that I can guarantee based on my decades of professional experience. Other humans will hear us differently than we hear ourselves. In other words, the responsibility is on us to communicate as effectively as possible, whether in professional or personal conversations. So let's dig in. If there is something that you need to address with one of your employees, just make sure that you check your own mindset and you realize that there are so many things that are going on in that particular individual's life that you're unaware of. When you do this, it will help you approach the conversation with wanting to understand versus just correction or discipline or accusing them of doing something. Just want to understand. It's the whole golden rule, right? The second thing is, when you give feedback to an employee, don't do it publicly, especially if it's feedback that's critical feedback. Make sure that you do it from a place of professionalism and respect, but you don't need to do it in front of any of their peers or your peers. Do it privately. You want to help them grow. You want to provide a safe environment that is really going to nurture their contributions to the business. The third thing that I really want to encourage you to do is make sure that you give feedback in a timely manner. If you give feedback to your employee on a situation that happened 3 days earlier, whether you like it or not, you are creating a sense of insecurity in the workplace. Because now you've got employees that are going to constantly be wondering, am I doing a good job? Are they going to correct me on something that I did a week ago? All of those things that are unnecessary, just pull them aside and say, hey, I want to talk to you for a couple minutes about blank, whatever that is. The other thing, if you need to give feedback, make sure that you ask yourself before doing so, what are the questions you're going to lead with that particular employee? Again, seeking to understand. Then make sure that you've gone over in your mind before the conversation happens on how you're going to advise them to avoid that same mistake and why it's crucial to them and to that business on why they avoid that same mistake. You owe it to your employee to give them information on what the effects are on their choices. It also creates a safe environment and a bigger understanding of the whole picture for that employee. And that's what you want to do. You want to be the boss that educates and supports, right? Okay. And then the next thing is, if you do not have the opportunity to speak to somebody in the same day, I understand. I've been there and I've done that. But let them know that day before they leave or before you leave, hey, I have some feedback for you that I just want to talk through regarding whatever, the project that they sent you or the email or the conversation you witnessed. And just say, I don't have time today to get into that with you before you have to leave, but I think it'll be a great conversation, and let's be sure that we have that conversation tomorrow. Again, the goal is for you as a person with direct reports to help your direct reports be as successful as they can possibly be. You cannot control their commitment to success. You cannot control how hard they work. What you control are your words and your own approach. And most people leave the business because they do not like their boss. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be their best friend, but you do owe them excellent professional feedback and coaching and a safe environment where they can really talk with you. So go for it. See what you can do to improve your coaching, your feedback. Don't be afraid. It might be clunky at first, but if you really want the best for your employees, then you owe them this respect, and that's feedback. You can do this. If you like the content in these videos, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. Or if you have specific topics that you would like addressed or questions, please leave those in the comments. Thanks so much.